Welcome to the Nick Long Show. I am your host, Nick, and this is episode 4. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be doing a book review. And today's book, this is the first book review that I've done on the show. Today's book is called How to Make Sht Happen by Sean Whalen. It is, subtitle is Make More Money, Get in Better Shape, Create Epic Relationships, Control Your Life, Do It Now. And I recently heard Sean speak. He has his company is called, or one of his companies is called Lions Not Sheep, and he does coaching. He has a very interesting story, very successful in the real estate space, and he became so successful that his life was just chaos, in his own words. Everything, he didn't have control over his life. Unfortunately, he ended up losing his marriage over it and went into depression, ended up one night with a gun in his mouth. And this book is kind of the story about how he overcame all of that and came out on the other side a better person, a better human being. So I really appreciate Sean's story. He has a great beard. I have a beard. So I felt connected to him in some way. And I just finished reading the book, so the timing was great. To summarize the book, his writing style is very direct. And that's Sean's personality, if you've ever heard him speak. And for some people, me being one of them, I can really appreciate that. I really appreciate people when they're just super upfront. They're very honest. They are who they are. They don't make any apologies about that. And I think that is a very genuine thing that you don't always get from people today, unfortunately. So I really like that about Sean. It's very simple, the concepts that he puts together in here, but it's all about implementation, and it's about actually doing these things. And if you do them, you can change your life. He talks about the core 4. Part of his revitalization, his rejuvenation, his chrysalis moment was hiring a coach after he was getting through all this chaos in his life. He hired a coach, and I think the coach was the person who introduced him to the core 4. I'm not sure about that entirely, but I'm just going to run through the core 4 and tell you what they are and kind of summarize it, and then summarize some other main points that he brings out in the book. The first one, power, and that involves your body, just your physical body. And that's it. Like, what kind of shape are you in? Do you take good care of your body? Do you eat the right foods? Do you exercise? That is number 1. Number 2 is passion, and passion in your relationships. So not only your intimate relationships with your significant other, but also your relationships with your family, your friends, your coworkers, your children. And Sean really, one of the main points that I like that he brings up about relationships is just be real with people. Be honest, be open, get stuff out there and talk about stuff. If there's a problem, get it out there and talk about it. Don't stew over things. Don't let things fester. That's toxic. Get it out and talk to people. Number 3 is purpose, your mind. What do you do with your mind? Are you putting positive thoughts into your mind, or are you letting it just kind of fester? Are you letting it be this untended garden where the weeds get in? You don't want that. You want to always be aware of what you're putting into the space between your 2 ears. So, are you putting positive thoughts in there? Are you doing things like meditation or prayer? Are you adding valuable and useful knowledge to your noggin, to your brain? Are you not doing anything to make your mind work, to make it better? Our minds were built to take on new information and to stretch and to grow. So if you're not doing that, find some ways to do that. And he talks about a lot of great ways to do that in the book. Number 4 is production in your business or in your life in some other way. So he talks about your income and your financial security as the fourth leg of the core 4. So to review, power, your physical body. Number 2, passion in your relationships. Number 3, your purpose in your mind. And number 4 is your production and your business. So every day he has a plan how he is hitting on all 4 of those things. It's okay to have a plan, right? But you have to implement the plan. And it takes work. That's the other thing. I love that he makes he's very plain with it. He's like, you have to do the work or your life's not going to work. And I think that is a very sincere and honest thought, because you have to do the work. If you want to get anywhere in life, you have to put the work in. If you're starting from nothing or you don't have a lot of income in your life, ways that you can do that, find out how to add value. You are the value. So just share who you are and give that to other people. I think too many of us, we sit back and we think to ourselves, I don't have enough to give. Like I don't have anything of use. Like nobody wants to know about me. That's not true. There are people making millions of dollars just sharing like their life. Like they just film their life, or they film their kids playing with toys, and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars off that, just sharing their life. I thought that was a great point to make. So add value, and you are the value. You are the thing that can really make a difference in people's lives. Number 2 is get clear. Know exactly what you want. Ask yourself that question. What do I want? And be exact with it. If you say, okay, I want to make a lot of money. Okay, well, how much money do you want to make? Do you want to make $1,000? Do you want to make more than that? You have to be exact about what you want. So get clear. Number 3, if you're looking to increase your production or your business, is Google things. Google's free. Internet is not free, but you can go to a library and use Google for free. He makes a great point. He Googled how to build a spaceship, and he found plans for how to build a spaceship. So the amount of information that we have available at our fingertips today is just, we've never been at this point in our written history. So make sure that you are making use of it. You can learn how to do just about anything. So use that to your advantage. Number 4, copy people. Find people who are at the top of their game, not people who are like a couple steps ahead, but find people who are at the very top of their game and copy them. That will set you on a trajectory that you can't imagine. And number 5 is network. Socialize with other people outside your circle. We have social media today. It's very different than how networking was done in the past, but you can still use social media to network people who are a little bit outside your circle, or even completely outside your circle, and make new connections and see how once you've made those connections, see if you can add value to those people. Just don't be a taker, be a giver. Again, those 5 things are add value. You are the value. Number 2 is get clear about what you want. Very clear, very specific about what you want. Number 3, use Google to your advantage. Number 4, copy people who are at the top of their game. And number 5 is network with others. Some closing points from how to make happen. He says to hire a coach. And this is not something I have personally done in the past, but it's something that I want to do. So I want to hire a coach who can help me boost my real estate business. So that's something I'm looking into personally. Another thing that Sean has in his Do This Now section towards the end of the book is to join a mastermind. I am part of a real estate mastermind, and it has really helped me and my business take off just in the past year. He also suggests to join a mastermind that is outside your circle. So for me, real estate is my core business. I'm going to look into maybe joining a mastermind that is outside my core business. It might just be something like entrepreneurial. Point number 3, and Do This Now, is if you don't love what you do, then quit doing what you're doing immediately. And I know this can get tricky. Like sometimes we feel trapped in our jobs or whatever, but life is short. Figure out a way to do something that you love. And I think if you do that, you'll be far more successful than you would if you just kind of stuck your nose to the grindstone for the rest of your life. Like, what fun is that, right? Find something that you can that you can do and maybe transition to full time that you love. 4 in his do this now section is Google. Use it. So he keeps coming back to Google. I know we already talked about it, but it really is true. Like, we have so much information at our fingertips today, and you can learn just about anything you want to learn. So that wraps up my first book review, How to Make Shht Happen by Sean Whalen, a very direct and to the point book. Easy read. I think he didn't even put page numbers in this thing. I mean, it's probably like I don't know, 70, 80 pages. Short, sweet, to the point. And if you do these things, you're definitely going to make some positive changes in your life. If you want to check out more about Sean Whalen, I mean, obviously get the book and read it. But I think if you go to Lions Not Sheep, that is the name of his website, and you can find out more about Sean and what he does. And I think he has his own coaching program, so I might check that out as well. So that wraps up episode 4 of The Nick Long Show. I hope you guys have an amazing day.